Hey everybody out there. I don't really do these videos much, but Tiff had asked me to do one based off of a question from one of her YouTube viewers. The question was, how does your husband like being in Panama now that, I think at the time we were here for 6 months. We are now here for 8 months, but at the time the question was, I think it was 6 months. Well, what are my feelings about having moved down here? And she had said maybe she'll have me do a video, so here's the video. What do I feel about moving to Panama? I'm been told by several people, some family, some not family, that I appear a lot more calm, I appear a lot more happy, I appear like I'm really like enjoying life, and every single one of those people are completely correct. I love having all of the friends and family that we had close in Rochester, and I miss them. We're going to be going home soon, so I'm really excited to see them. But along with some of that, and the interesting weather that we have in Minnesota, it feels like you try to jam-pack everything that you want to do in those 6 months, maybe, of non-completely crappy weather. And so everything's so fast. Everything's, I want to hang out with this person. I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to make sure this is done. I got to mow the lawn. I got to, the decision of coming down here to Panama, and more specific to Coronado. I don't have my friends aren't here. My family's not here. I miss them dearly, but I don't have all those things pulling me in all these different directions. So I feel like I've become a lot more calm, and I've become a lot more relaxed. As you guys probably know, Tiff and I had the thought of coming down to Panama and then just popping around Panama, checking out the different parts, figuring out if it's the place for us, do we want to live here? And that sounded really good on paper. I thought I would be able to do the digital nomad thing a little bit more nomad-y than I prefer, or that I ended up preferring. Working on a little small 15-inch or 17-inch, however small, computer screen with another second 13 to 15-inch monitor is really taxing, actually. And after doing that for a few months here, my back started to hurt. I didn't have my stand-up desk, which I love. It made work kind of actually difficult. I loved where we were in our different apartment and stuff. I loved being able to go out and see the ocean. It was pretty, I just looked at the ocean. It puts a smile on my face almost every single time. It's pretty surreal living here, where being from South Dakota, and now I live in Panama, where I can see the ocean, and I look out another window and I can see the mountains. It gives me a sense of peace. I think that's what it is. But so yeah, I mean, it was just difficult in that other place when I had just a small desk. So when we thought about where we were going to move next, I know Tiff covered it in some of our videos, but I'm kind of trying to give you my version. We know that we wanted to have a golf course, and we didn't want to be in the city. So there gives you a couple of limited options of where in Panama you could go to. And the other places that we looked at weren't on the ocean, or, well, I think they might have been on the ocean, but they didn't have the tower views and things like that we have. So while we were talking about the next place we moved, I put a challenge on Tiff to find out the next place that we could go to that could beat the views here, the accessibility to the golf course, the cost of the golf course. We've made a ton of really nice friends here. The community in this tower is unbelievable. I didn't expect to come to this tower and be welcomed by everyone so openly and helpful. Everyone's, since we've gotten here, has been amazingly helpful and continue to be. So I put that task on her, and she went off to do her searches. And she came back and she's like, I really can't find anywhere. So that was when I was like, I don't think I want to do a digital nomad thing. I'll go visit other places. There's so many places in Panama I want to go visit. And I might even be able to remotely work there for like a week or something. But I really, really wanted to have a home base. I knew that Panama was where I wanted to live. at least for now. And I knew well enough that I wanted to purchase something here in Panama. We don't consider it like a real estate investment. Like we didn't buy hoping it's going to blow up and be something that's gained us a lot of money. We purchased it because it's what worked out well for us. I'm not a big renter kind of person. It's not throwing away money by any means. It's just not my style. It's not what I want to do. Part of me is really glad that we took the money from the sale of the house to purchase this place, because the stock market here, it's April 30th, 2022. This last week just completely tanked. And I don't think it's going to look good until after September, but I'm no analyst. But we probably would have lost most of that money that we gained. She sneezed, so I'm going to redo that part. But we probably would have lost most of the money that we gained from the sale of the house, so it's kind of a little more safe investment. Hopefully, if we down the road and plan on selling this place, we can get our money back and go from there. The apartment that we chose in the tower, she looked at a lot of them, a lot of different options. They run different styles. I think it's like A through F, so it's kind of different styles. We chose an A unit primarily because we have a lot more ventilation. We got windows on 3 sides of the house, and we get the view of the ocean and the view of the mountains. And it just worked out to be the particular one that we purchased had some nice, really nice upgrades. It had really good features. So that's I'm going to be able to just set up my own environment, do my work thing, work my butt off, get off of work, come out to the main room, look at my ocean, and just be like, today was a good day, and now it's going to be a good evening. I don't regret this move to Panama yet for any reason at all. I'm looking forward to many more years here. I miss the people back home, and I'm sure they miss us as well. But this is just kind of something that worked out good for us. And Tiff's sitting out on the patio. She's pretty happy living here. I think she's sitting on the patio reading a book, just looking out at the ocean, just having her best life. She gets to go hiking all the time. I'm not a big hiker, so she gets to enjoy that. It's fun for me to see her getting out and doing all this fun stuff. Even though she'll be working probably too, but I'm at work and she gets to do all this fun stuff. That hiking thing isn't fun for me. So at least she has a nice group of people here in this town that like to do things like that. And like I said, we've got some pretty cool friends, pretty close friends. Unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, a lot of them, a decent amount of the friends, only are down here part-time. So it's like they come down here and you hang out, and then they got to go. A lot of really good friends obviously are staying here too, so that's good that we're not just abandoned. But yeah, that's my version of Panama in general. The pros just being able to relax and enjoy 9 or 12 months out of the year, every single day we have on this planet, and it's short. It's so damn short. You never know what's going to happen. So that was a lot of the reason why we moved down here. Yeah. So the cons that I would go with Panama is the roads. At least the roads are just crap. Potholes, like Tiff has probably mentioned, there's potholes everywhere. The drivers are insane. It sounds like you have to be 18 to get your driver's license. But there's no real training or tests or anything, so everyone's pretty much everyone for themselves. And I don't like that environment. It freaks me out. I'm a very cautious driver, so I'm like, what's that guy doing? What's that guy doing? And really what he's doing is he's dodging another pothole. And then I always look about 15 yards in front of me to see what the hell's going on. I don't really see the potholes that are coming, so it'll be interesting when I start driving. I just got my license today, by the way. And I also don't like the trash that's on the side of the road. It's unfortunate. I mean, I wish they could solve the problem by putting maybe, what happens is people from the more in rural areas, they come and they put their trash out by the road for the trash people to come pick up. And something usually gets into it, I don't know what kind of animals they got around here, but then you see trash just everywhere. And it sucks because this country is beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. And then you see these trash just everywhere. And I don't really know if it's anyone's fault. But, I mean, I don't think they're trying to. I haven't seen anybody just throw shit out the window, so it's just part of the situation. And it reminds me of Detroit. It's kind of a shithole at times. And Detroit is beautiful in places too, but it's just kind of like gets you depressing to see an abandoned house, and then the next house is like a mansion. It's just weird. Let's see, what else don't I like about Panama? I think that's about it. I can tell you a bunch of things I love. I love the people here, the Panamanian people. Most of them, I don't think I've ever had somebody look at me like you're a complete idiot, treat me like I'm stupid because I don't know Spanish. It seems like, if you try, like you whip out your Google Translate and you're trying to act like a local in a foreign country, and you are showing them that you're trying. I get people, I mean, they're really, I think they're really appreciative that you're at least trying, and they don't talk down to you. Kind of like, Espanol, poquito, muy poquito, very, very little. But it's something that I personally need to work on. Living in a foreign country, I need to learn their language. They are doing a really good job of learning mine. You might get addressed by a server or something, and they'll start in Spanish, and they can tell you don't really know Spanish, but you know English. And then habla inglés, and they'll say un poquito. And between the two of them and Google Translate, you pretty much can. I haven't had a situation yet that we couldn't get through. So I know that's a fear of some people that have asked if we have to learn the language. I don't think you do, but I think you should. And as I say that, I should probably go study. So that's my review of Panama, and I look forward to many, many of your years here. Not many more videos, but many more years. All right, thanks. Bye.